Hello. So this video is pretty cool because you can see me and I'm teaching from my couch. So we are looking at MathMasters page 371, rotating patterns. So maybe you've heard about rotating patterns before, but just to review, when you rotate something, it just means that you're turning it over and over again. So you're turning it. And we're going to review that in a moment. So the worksheet is teaching me all kinds of things. Traditional American quilts are made by rotating square patterns as they are assembled into a quilt. I did not know that that's how the quilts are made, and I think it's pretty cool that I'm learning so much. So the first patchwork pattern below is a variation of the traditional grandmother fan. That makes a lot of sense because I think it kind of looks like a fan. The pattern to the right of it show the pattern after it's been rotated clockwise. That's like the way that the clock moves at 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4 of a turn. So let's just review what it means to turn something clockwise 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. So I have this awesome dog book that I keep on my coffee table, and I'm going to rotate it 1/4 of a turn. So right now it's right side up. If I rotate it 1/4 of a turn, I'm rotating it towards 1 o'clock, and I'm just turning it once. Just like that, just one time. So that's 1/4 of a turn, meaning I rotated it 1 out of 4 possible times. So now if I want to rotate it half, then I'm going to rotate it once more, and that's going to be opposite of whatever I started with. So I started with a right side up dog, now I have an upside down dog. This is 1/2. So I rotated it once and then twice. Now 3/4 of a turn is going to be 3 out of 4 possible rotations. So I'm going to rotate it one more time, and that is 3 times. So that's 3/4 of a rotation. And then if I rotate it one more time, 4/4, then I am back right side up. So that's just a quick review on how rotations work and why we call them by their fraction names. So we can see with the grandmother fan, it's starting in the bottom left-hand corner, and then we rotate it 1/4 of a time towards 1 o'clock, and then it ends up in the upper left-hand corner. And then after 1/2, it's opposite of where we started. So it started off bottom left, now it's upper right. And then 3/4 of a turn is opposite of 1/4 of a turn. So we can see that as we're rotating it, we're getting a different perspective on the fan each time. So then this is what the quilt might look like after it has been rotated all 4 times or all 3 times. And that's pretty cool because it's making a perfect circle, and I would have never realized that this is how they put it together. So if you look at the bottom, they're showing us the wrench pattern, also known as the monkey wrench. And it is a classic pattern that can be found in Amish and Mennonite quilts. So your job is going to be describe what it will look like if it were rotated 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4 of a turn. So if you're having a hard time just in your head rotating that, you can actually just cut it out of the worksheet and rotate it like in real life if that's helpful for you. No shame. So then once you have described what it would look like as you rotate it on these 2 lines, then you are going to explain how many lines of symmetry it has. And then once you finish that, we will talk through the next worksheet, which is much more hands-on.